Hey, what's going on? Look, are you an accountant, tax pro, bookkeeper, someone who's in the accounting and tax industry and you have a business? Like, I want to talk to you. I've got the seven mistakes that I personally made in the accounting and tax business over the past, I can't even tell you how many years, but I'm going to share these seven mistakes because if you're someone who's looking to grow your business, grow your accounting and tax business, you want to take it to new levels, make sure you follow this video and don't do these mistakes. The number one mistake that I'm going to share with you today is potentially a game changer for you. And I'm going to share with you how that's a game changer. So let's jump into these seven mistakes. We're not going to say this is in any particular order except number one. Number one is just the number one thing I've discovered. So, first mistake that many accounting and tax professionals have made is that we've been racing to the bottom. What do I mean by that? We've been racing to see who has the lowest price. Look, why would you go into business to have the lowest price? Look, there's nothing wrong with having the lowest price when you have the most volume. So if you're like Walmart, if you're like, Target, if you're like a really big box store, Amazon, you can have low price stuff. Sam Walton said that he would never, charge his customers more than 30% more than what he was making. So Sam Walton has definitely taken low price to a new level. But as an accounting and tax professional, we are professionals. We cannot race to the bottom. There are companies that can have a low price because they have venture capital money. But if you're like me and you got laid off or, you just decided to bootstrap your business and get started and go for it, you can't afford to have a low price. We can strategically talk about the price, but that mistake is having a low price and thinking that that's going to help you to grow your business. Number two, many accounting professionals feel that they don't have to do much marketing besides, friends and family, hopefully because I have a sign up, or most of us don't even have like a brick and mortar accounting office. So if you don't have a brick and mortar accounting office, then no one's going to see your sign. So if you don't actually, this is what I did, guys. If you don't actually do marketing, what is marketing? Marketing is your message. What is the message about your business? Here's the message about our business, right? And see, I've got two messages. We've got a service-based business that helps business owners, and then we have a business that helps accountants, right? So one of the things that we help accountants do is to not just grow their business and offer high value services, but we only want to work with accountants who know that they have a calling on their life, know that there's a purpose for why they're in the accounting business. Look, and why would I say that? Because if you don't know that there's a purpose behind you being in the accounting business, then it's not going to resonate for you. So we want to make sure that when we do our marketing, that's what we're going to be talking about. That's what we're going to be sharing. So when you do marketing, you share your message. So that's number two. Number three is sales. Sales, right? Like I remember being in school and I didn't want to take a sales job. Many of you may not even remember going to the newspaper to look for jobs. Come on now. If you were around, when the only place we looked was the newspaper. So I'll go to the newspaper. And in the newspaper, I went to the accounting section because I'm in school for accounting. And it was so interesting because all of the jobs said I need all this experience. I says, well, how is a person who's in school going to get a job? And they're saying I need 5 years of experience. But I kept turning the pages. I kept going. I said, well, what other jobs are available? And then I got to the sales section. There were hundreds upon hundreds of jobs. And you know what they all said? No experience necessary. Now, why would they say that? Because sales is the thing that we all have to learn. Look at this thing I got right here. What's this right here? This is a mouth. Do you know the third level of value? There's four levels of value. I'm not going to get into the four levels, but the third level of value, which is almost the highest level, is communication. And that means that we communicate with our mouth. And if you don't use your mouth, then you could easily not be looking at a six-figure plus business. You got to get past the six-figure mark. Many of you probably have, but it's because of your mouth. So we got to do the sales. That's mistake number three. Mistake number four is not creating any content. Look, I've met a lot of accountants. I've been working with accountants that say, man, I'll say, well, go do a video. And they're like, well, do I have to do a video? Why not? Use your mouth. Use the calling on your life. Talk about what matters to you. You don't just have to talk about accounting and tax stuff. You can talk about whatever you want. But the thing is, you got to create content. That's going to probably require you to use your mouth. And so many accountants are probably sitting around saying, "Well, how do I not do that?" I know many accountants that's literally strategically not doing. Now, here's the thing: if you have a marketing team, if you have a sales team, maybe you don't have to do content because you got a marketing team and a sales team. But here's the thing: most accountants don't have a marketing team and a sales team. Most accountants are themselves doing the marketing and doing the selling. What marketing are they doing? They got a website. They got a website, and that's what they're assuming. They got a Google page. Which look, the Google thing is good. But are you leveraging Google? Look, I dropped the ball on that. I could have put that in here, but I forgot to put Google in here. So making content is something that you have to do. I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was just like, dude, if you don't make any content, you're just going to be a fossil. You're going to die, and it's going to hurt. Look, even if you're just making content around tax returns or bookkeeping, if that's what you want to talk about, whatever it is, just talk about something. Get out there and get passionate about it. So making content, that's number 4. Number 5, you got to go all in on free media, like content. Think about the content. Back in the day, there was no free media. There was, if you wanted to advertise or market, you had to go get a billboard. You actually had to pay the radio stations, pay the TV, pay the newspapers, pay the magazines. You had to pay to get your stuff out there. Now we can go on YouTube, right? We can go on YouTube and put up free content, and it doesn't cost us any money. So what's so cool about YouTube? YouTube would actually pay you. YouTube would pay you for really good content. So going all in on free content is something that most accountants are not doing. Look, I'm sharing this because I personally did it. So I'm here to sound the alarm that, look, let's not make these mistakes. That's mistake number 5. And then this could have been the number 1. This could have been number 1. Trying to do all the work. Number 6. Trying to do the work yourself. Oh, I fell into this trap. Now, here's the thing. When I started my business, I hired a telemarketer. She would make phone calls for me because luckily I bought into a marketing program. So they taught me a little something. I hired a telemarketer. She made cold calls, got me appointments, and then I went to make the sale. So think about it. I was doing things right. I was doing sales. I was doing marketing, and I was getting appointments. And then I would get there and I would get the job. And then next thing you know, after getting a bunch of jobs, clients, I slowed down because I didn't realize I needed to hire somebody. And I would go back and I would start doing the work, get behind a little bit. And then once I got caught up, then I'd start the selling again. And then I'd have a number of clients, and then I stopped because I'm now just focused on, I got 10, 20 clients. I'm just doing the work, doing the work, doing the work. But here's the thing, that doing the work kept me small. Does this resonate at all? Seriously, because if you're an accounting or tax professional like me, you probably have done this because many of us do. I'm working with accounting tax professionals right now. And my partner, she's a really good business person, but she did it as well. One of the biggest mistakes she said she made was when she got a client, she did not set aside money to pay for somebody else to do the work. Guys, this is how you're going to grow in 2023 and beyond. But here's the thing. This last mistake, the number 1 mistake, is what? Here's what it is. Not carving a niche. Not carving a niche so that only you can fit into it. All right, let's get into the niche. First thing, niches. They said the riches are in the niches. I'm going to say that again. The riches are in the niches. Wait a second. If that's true, then why aren't accountants rich? It's because most of us generalize. We generalize. And what do I mean by we generalize? We generalize, meaning we figure we can do accounting and tax for all businesses. Hey guys, I failed miserably here. There was times when I would niche. I would just go to real estate agents. Oh, I would do health and wellness professionals. Oh, I would do construction. Oh, we would do hair salons. But that wasn't enough. See, niching is like, oh, we're only going to work with, salon owners who are between the ages of 30 to 45, who have at least, two employees and they have a lease. Or I want to work with accountants who are home based, right? And they've already made their first 100,000, but they're stuck, right? And they've been doing the work themselves and they're looking to grow their business. Now, here's the thing. When you niche, what happens is the other people who don't fit can't get in. Oh, but yeah, I can help everybody. My service can help everybody. Well, if it's for everyone, it's for no one. So the riches are in the niches. So, guys, look, what do you want to take away from these 7 mistakes? The first takeaway is don't do them. The first thing we got to do is not to do them, which is, let's just go back. We're going to carve a niche so tight that only I can fit in. Now that's a longer training. Maybe I'll do another training just on niching. So if you'd like a training just on niching for accountants, make sure you drop that in the comments and I'll make sure to do a video on that. And then doing all the work, we cannot, when you make, if you've got $100 that comes in, you need to spend at least 40 paying somebody. What? Yeah, you should, at least 40. No, at least 30. I'll say at least 30. At least 30% of what you earn should go to someone else. That's what we've implemented. At least 30% and as high as 40%, depending on how good someone is. And we're looking for professionals. So if you're a professional and you can deliver on some services, we may look to partner with you. Look, going all in on media, all the free medias, because when you go all in on media, then you create the free content, right? You create the free content, and that's going to help you with the sales. That's going to help you with the marketing, and that's going to ensure that you don't have a low price service. So look, if you're an accountant, tax professional, and you know that it's time, just in the chat say it's time. It's time to grow. It's time to grow. Look, I'm here to help. My name is Jay Moore, the Healthy Accountant. I help accountants just like you account for their business so that it's healthy, so that you can become wealthy, and so that you are wise in all that you do in your accounting and tax business. Guys, I appreciate you. I love you. I will see you back here on the next video. Peace.